My son stopped answering my calls. The pharmacist pulled me aside and said, "Your daughter-in-law did something terrible." I went pale reading. What was in that folder? The pharmacist didn't look at me the way people usually do. There was no polite smile, no small talk, just a pause, a hesitation that stretched too long. Then he leaned forward, lowering his voice like he was about to confess a crime. "Sir, I think you should step inside." My fingers tightened around my phone. The call screen was still open. Calling Aram. No answer. Again, third time today, seventh time this week. I ended the call slowly, watching my own reflection in the black screen. Something in my face had already changed. I just didn't know what yet. Inside, the pharmacy smelled too clean. Artificial, like it was trying to erase something. He locked the door behind me. That was the moment my chest tightened. Not fear, recognition. This was not going to be small. He pulled a folder from beneath the counter. His hands were steady. Mine weren't. "I wasn't supposed to give you this," he said. A pause. Then, "But you're his father." My throat went dry. "Whose?" I asked, even though I already knew. He didn't answer. He just slid the folder across the counter. And when I opened it, my skin went cold. At first, it didn't make sense. Prescriptions, dates, medical reports. My son's name, Arham Khalid, repeated again and again. I flipped through the pages faster, like speed would somehow soften the meaning. It didn't. Every document told the same quiet story. Sedatives, antidepressants, high dosages, irregular refills. My son didn't take medication. He hated even basic painkillers. I knew that. I raised him. So why? My eyes stopped on one line. Prescribed by Dr. S. Rahman. Authorized collection. Spouse. Spouse. My daughter-in-law. Sana. A slow, deliberate breath left my body. Not shock. Not yet. Just a careful rearranging of thoughts. "She's been picking these up?" I asked. The pharmacist nodded. For months. Months. I thought of the last time I saw Aram. Quiet. Tired. Distant. I thought it was work. Or marriage. Or life. Excuses, all of them. "Why are you showing me this?" I asked. The pharmacist hesitated again. Then he pointed to one final paper at the back. "I made a mistake," he said quietly. I pulled it out, and there it was. A dosage chart. Adjusted. Increased. Far beyond normal prescription levels. Dangerously high. Enough to blur reality. Enough to control someone. My heartbeat didn't rise. It slowed. Controlled. Deliberate. Because now, for the first time, it wasn't confusion anymore. It was direction. 3 rising suspense. I didn't confront her. Not yet. That would have been emotional, and emotions are inefficient. Instead, I went home, sat in silence, and began to think. Carefully, step by step. Arham had stopped answering calls. Not suddenly, gradually. First, shorter conversations, then missed calls, then silence. A slow disappearance. I had mistaken it for distance, independence, marriage. But now I saw the pattern. Control is never loud. It's quiet, incremental, precise. I picked up my phone and called again. This time, he answered. My grip tightened. "Abu?" His voice was wrong. Soft, foggy, like he was speaking through something thick. "I'm coming over," I said. "No, it's okay, I'm coming over." Silence. Then, okay. I ended the call. No arguments, no suspicion. Good. When I arrived, Sana opened the door. Perfect smile, perfect posture, perfect lie. "Baba, you should have told us." "I did," I said calmly, stepping inside. Her eyes flickered. Just for a second, but I saw it. Fear. Arham was sitting on the couch. He looked smaller, not physically, but something in him had been reduced, dulled. "Abu," he smiled faintly. I sat beside him, close enough to observe, his pupils dilated, his hands unsteady. I didn't say anything. Not yet. Instead, I watched, listened, collected. Sana moved around us, too attentive, too careful, like someone maintaining a fragile illusion. That night, I didn't sleep. I searched. Doctors, medications, dosages, effects. And by morning, I knew exactly what she had been doing. Not poisoning him. No, something far more elegant. She had been erasing him, piece by piece. The confirmation came 2 days later. I visited the doctor listed on the prescription. Dr. Rahman. He didn't expect me, which made the truth easier. Did you prescribe this dosage? I asked, placing the paper in front of him. He frowned, looked at it, then looked at me. No, he said slowly. My chest didn't move. I already knew. This was altered. There it was. Clean. Simple. Phenol. Who has access to his prescriptions? I asked. Only the patient, or authorized family. Family. I nodded, thanked him, and left. No anger. No confrontation. Not yet. That night I returned to their house. Sana greeted me again. Same smile, same performance. But this time, I brought the folder. I sat down across from her, placed it on the table, and slid it forward. She looked at it, then at me. What is this? She asked softly. I leaned back, watched her. Open it. She hesitated. Then she did. Page by page, her hands began to shake. Her breathing changed. Her mask cracked. I can explain. No, I said quietly. And she stopped. Because she heard it. Not anger, not pain, something worse. Certainty. Arham walked into the room slowly, drawn by the silence. What's going on? He asked, his voice still distant, still blurred. I didn't look at him. Not yet. Instead, I kept my eyes on her. Tell him, I said. Her lips parted. No words came out. So I did it for her. Your medication, I said calmly, turning to him, has been altered. He blinked. Confused. No, that's not. I handed him the report. Read. He tried. His hands trembled. His eyes struggled to focus. Exactly as designed. Exactly as she wanted. Sana broke first. I did it for us, she said suddenly. The words spilled out, desperate, fractured. You were changing. You were pulling away. I needed you to stay. To stay what? I asked softly. She didn't answer. Because she couldn't. The truth was too ugly to shape into words. To stay manageable? I finished. Silence. Heavy. Suffocating. I stood up slowly, walked to my son, placed a hand on his shoulder. Firm. Grounding. He's coming with me, I said. Sana shook her head violently. No, you can't. I already have. She froze. Because that's when it hit her. This wasn't a reaction. This was a conclusion. Everything had already been decided. I looked at her one last time. You didn't love him, I said quietly. You reduced him. The house felt different without her. Cleaner, quieter, real. Arham slept for nearly 16 hours after I brought him home. Withdrawal, confusion, recovery. It would take time, but time is honest. Unlike people. I sat beside his bed watching him breathe. Steady, natural. His mind would come back, piece by piece, just like she took it, but slower, safer, better. My phone buzzed. Her name. I didn't answer. I never would again. There are some betrayals that don't deserve confrontation, only removal. I stood up, walked to the window. Morning light slipped through the curtains. Soft, unforgiving, revealing everything it touched. I understood something then. Control doesn't always come from power. Sometimes it comes from silence, from patience, from knowing when to act, and when to end things completely. I looked back at my son, then away, and for the first time in weeks, I felt nothing. Not anger, not grief, just clarity. Cold, precise, phenol. She didn't lose him that day. She lost the version of me that would have ever forgiven her.